r/white PR Twitter. That guy 9,684,736,255 says. Crazy that these types of things are still happening. Included photo. Think Path 1999 says. Wait, even if she weren't trans, and she was just a man in a dress, why would that matter as far as filing a police report goes? We Dissect Dragon says. Because conservatives hate gay people. Bad Peaches says. Because conservatives hate gay people. Gay people, poor people, black people, POC, women, educated people, immigrants, anyone who believes differently than them, or brings reason to any of their arguments. This list is incomplete. You can help by expanding it. Mug of Blood Sweat says. Texas can't get its electrical grid to work normally. What do you expect? The Lone Star State is really just a Yelp review. David Iapin says. I live here, can confirm. Our state is full of old school, good old boy network bullies that talk about Jesus like he was some kind of white high school QB who they used to hang out with and trash minorities and queers. Jump on Nextdoor and the native crowd cries about all the California people moving here and driving up prices and stressing their precious electrical grid when Texas is in fact a beacon for red staters that want a cheap house and the ability to use racial epithets without consequences. r/white PR Twitter. Miss Jawashir says. Twitter adjacent. Included photo. LadDBDS says. Tie for that belly laugh. Lemuroid_JR says. I giggled. Thanks. Kitnip Trip says. This my favorite internets today. r/white PR Twitter. Travis Matthew 08 says. Any questions? Included photo. Rock_and_Arlo says. Invited Russian spies and told them classified intel about Israel. FU2 says. He also tried to invite the Taliban at Camp David, totally not a piece of shit traitor though. Mountain Sage 58 says. Jeff forgot his holy frick ein shit. England_man says. I have a question. Why the / did people vote for Trump? Breadexpert69 says. Trump also invited Pillow Boy and Elon Musk. Collective_hole says. Trump also tried to extort Zelensky to dig up shit on Biden, or he'd withhold aid. It's hard to keep track of all the shit this scumbag did. Darharks says. But do me a favor though, DJ Tita Zelensky. Matt_CYSTM says. Didn't he invite the Taliban or something there as well? Smiling Vamp says. Just one question. Why the frick isn't Trump in prison? r/white PR Twitter. Difficult language says. What's wrong with that woman? Included photo. IDK 128,181 says. Republican primary for US. House Florida District 24, Jesus G. Navarro defeated Laverne Spicer in the Republican primary for US. House Florida District 24 on August 23, 2022. And she lost in a landslide. If you really wanna gain a good understanding of what a loser she is, consider the fact that Florida Republicans don't even want her. Florida Republicans. No Mastodon 2136 says. Seems like she's trying to become relevant for her next run. Blagatron says. Please notice me. Shavathat Monkey says. Oh, she's a Republican. Minky on the loose says. Her sugar daddy texts her like that. XXCOTHGXX says. I'm just relieved our newest president isn't trying to sell hats or put someone down on Twitter. Chronic_pain_sucks says. I'm relieved he's not trying to start an insurrection and get people murdered or telling us to get bleach injections. Various_Sakotash_79 says. No, he's posting like a old man. Cause he is. And wait, how does she know how a sugar daddy talks to his date? Senor Jalapeno 51 says. How dare he chat with the president of another nation? Even though that is his job. r/white PR Twitter. Iridumhid says. Parasites. Included photo. For me says. Wow. And here I am, a sucker for paying taxes. Why I'm a Pastingan here says. Remember when Trump was running for office and said, you can't release tax returns when there is an audit, and he claimed, I'm not releasing them because they are under audit lol. They were not under audit. There was no audit. Ms. Buskillington 83 says. How the actual frick, how can that piece of shit sleep at night? Rawnblade 12 says. Simple. He doesn't have a conscience. Here to Troll 1970 says. I think you're absolutely right. He's a sociopath. He has zero conscience, zero empathy. He's a crazy person, and a lot of very uneducated and confused people think he's someone to look up to. The whole MAGA situation makes me think of school shooters and their fans. Frick in _love_it_mate says. Jesus, no wonder he didn't want his taxes revealed. How the frick do you get $5.5 million in refunds without paying a dime? I got a refund of a couple thousand last year for taking some university classes while working and paying the appropriate percent in taxes on my salary, and I felt like a scam artist. This guy doesn't pay a cent in taxes and gets a refund equivalent to the whole annual salary of $109.4. People working for $50,000 a year. Insane. I don't think you could find a bigger cheat of the system. r/white PR Twitter. Deleted says. Big difference. Included photo. Healing Souls says. I've always loved the snubs Trump receives from foreign dignitaries. They only dealt with him because they had to. 9ML77 says. Diaper Donnie looks like he has a rod rammed up his ass very bigly. Zelensky, I can prob smell his dirty diaper. Top Gun 966 says. Well, Putin's rod isn't that big. Jealous Network 8852 says. He just always looked so unpresidential. Shoulders slumped, droopy hands, doofy face. Like a 7-year-old kid dragged to masses by his mom when she goes bra shopping and he has to sit and wait for her. Lalnyet says. He seriously looks like he's in the TV room of a dementia care facility. Jabba says. I've always loved that pic w/Fad Putin. Zelensky's side eye so perfectly sums up what so many felt through those years. Is this asshole for real? People like this guy? Am I being punked right now? Hotband says. Imagine having the leader of the free world leaning on you to get your country to manufacture lies about a presidential candidate. Trump got away with so much shit. r/white PR Twitter. Adelu1219 says. Release all their taxes. Release Elon Musks as well. Included photo. Asterisk says. They were threatening the Supreme Court, not us, I think. Feeding them to us is the threat. Adelu1219 says. Eat them too. Darkstar G says, it was a warning to the Scottish. Muffin Syndrome says, I think they assume that liberals blindly follow their side's politicians/officials despite corruption like a cult and wouldn't want their side to be embarrassed. In reality, liberals just want justice. If a liberal justice is out here doing shady stuff, we don't want them. Straight to jail. Benevan Stanchion 0 says, or a public reminder to the Scottish members on the GOP payroll that their continued servitude is required to keep their dirty laundry away from the laundromat. Carla Tospig says, accurate. Like, I might throw a party if this ever happened. Jealous Network 8852 says, Brett Kavanaugh just choked on his coffee. APM Major 528 says, this will have most of Scottish nervous and sweating. That's all for this video. Was it good? I know not, for I'm a robot. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. This video is the product of an automated process.